see all the members of the Southeast Caucus, they are here. We came here just to make a brief statement after the vote that was taken on the floor with regard to our motion to immortalize Professor Humphrey Nwosu. We had 3 prayers. The first prayer, which was for them, for the Senate to recommend to the executive that given the fact that Professor Humphrey Nwosu was the person who actually laid the foundation of the present INEC headquarters and commenced the building before that particular NEC was dissolved by the military in 1993. We felt that we should recommend that the executive names that INEC building after him. This is also in consonance with what Professor Jega, a former INEC chairman, said on Tuesday at the colloquium for Professor Humphrey Nwosu. Professor Jega said that he was surprised that up till this moment, Humphrey Nwosu has not been recognized or honored by the government of Nigeria, who today are benefiting from his plans and legacies in producing in 1993 the freest and fairest election. Don't forget that it was the outcome of the annulment of that election that led to the disturbances everywhere in Nigeria, that also led to the exit of the military in 1999, 6 years later. We had 2. We also had another that even if they don't do that they should also honor Professor Nwosu by giving him a national honor. That's, of course, a posthumous honor. That was also rejected on the floor. Of course, the third one, which was for him to be honored by the Senate by giving a 1-minute silence, was done. But we are not deterred. The reason is simple. It may be delayed, but it will not be denied. Professor Humphrey Nwosu was the person who laid the foundations that we are all enjoying today. And so, as far as we are concerned, we think that even if this government does not honor Professor Humphrey Nwosu, a government in future will honor him. After all, some other governments refuse to recognize Abiola, but later a government recognized Abiola. Some other government didn't recognize June 12, but later a government recognized June 12 as our democracy day. So we just want to make
this particular breakfast go round. This particular breakfast, it will go round. And for some of us, it not will move us. We will not be perturbed by all of these shenanigans. Because this thing, when we kept shouting as a people that there are elements, there are symptoms of state capture. Una will be elite, una say una dey free for man. You guys have evaded or you are not elusive of such capturized situations. Una dey see na, you guys are now working out because you could smell that beyond all of this will not be voice of the people where they sit down with una day by day for plenaries. There is an overriding interest. At least some of us are aware that before now, at least even in the Ahmed Lawal-led Senate, 11 o'clock for the Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, una they sit down, una will start plenary. But right now, sometimes Akpabio go see day Aso Villa as at 12, sometimes 1 before now will commence, because instructions of everything wey dey happen. Today now when I wan rebring this matter, now Oshomole go wear broken shackles, Tinubu symbolic card. Now you come wear come plenary today. Capture. Some of us, I told myself, I will never isolate an issue to look at. So some of you will come and comment section and say you are biased. No. The issue don't pass that level of isolation. You have to now consider the bigger picture. Why is Professor Prof Nwosu immortalization a problem to the Bola Tinubu's camp? Why? Because it be like saying that the man now refused. The man said it in his book, laying foundation for the Nigerian's democracy, where he gave his account of the June 12, 1993 presidential election and his annulment. He stated very, very clear that all of the states, as at that time, all of the votes have been collated apart from Taraba, and that the returning officer for Taraba has already arrived to provide. So by collation, by all of the things that they have done, they saw that Abiola had won. But then the Supreme Council for Armed Forces and the Supreme Defense Council had stopped them. There was a court injunction first and foremost to stop them before the election. And all of the time, another court come, we stop, we see commissioner servant. The videos are still online. Professor Nwosu only died a few years ago. A few months ago, I think in 2024, that he died. So suddenly, when we immortalize this man, somebody's angry, because I know if the man that said that is coming in the shadows and might of Abiola, that doesn't have, okay, if I go to Austin and say you not get the values and principles of Abiola, I may be going too far, make I not even go there. I don't know now these same people now don't like me, the immortalizer, because looking at it, what is there to look at a man that beyond anything, we are aware that the freest and fairest and the most credible elections ever done in the history of this country was the 1993 June 12 elections. And Professor Prof Nwosu sat on the board as chair of NEC, National Electoral Commission, and delivered an election that to the point that he was able to argue with military government. Mahmoud Yakub no fear no let and tell Tinubu no, or tell Buhari say go conduct election the way the vested interest. Some people did election in military government where Abacha and Babangida did, and then they were still able to provide a roadmap for a credible election. Yet, he was also on record that he was the one that laid the foundation stone of the current INEC headquarters in Abuja. What is there to immortalize him? And when thieves and criminals are being immortalized, people are naming buildings after themselves, naming institutions. Some people will not go school. They name colleges after themselves. They are naming polytechnics after. They are naming roads after themselves. Somebody even mentioned in my comment section, King Ibe, that was a member of that particular NEC that went on to betray them, right? Was given a GCON. I think I was reading that in the comment section, which of course I agree. But the people that did that election, that sacrificed their own life and peace for the election, he said because he not call, what would he have done? This same Oshomole, this same all of these guys, that in the face of state capture, when we did so, they were not able, they have not been able to voice, have not been reverse crisis to the CISO. Another fit talk. Oshomole that went on national TV and said that there are some generals. When they tell me provide generals name, now he said he didn't call anybody name. He says some generals. Till today now you are angry that a man that stood against a tough opposition like the military, you think he has a problem. See, I'm not here. I said I've stopped isolating the matter. The bigger picture is clear. Until you people agree that there is capture of the state, both the judiciary, the legislature, and all of the attendant organizations, agencies, parastatals of this country have been captured, we will never make headway. You keep walking out. From 1927, una go waka tire. You keep walking out of plenary, you will see staging walk out. Now una go protest finally. When we have been telling people, open your eyes to the bigger picture. The problem is not Natasha. The problem is not this. Stop isolating issues. Consider why. Why is that in this country it is what this camp want that they get? Because Tinubu is not comfortable with Prof Nwosu's disposition on the matter. He tell the boys now, make the social media not allow am. What is there to say for a matter? Even people when they name some kind of things after, they have not even deserved it. They have not. Who Buhari help when they name different things about them? They are signing. Anyway, sha, it good for now. I told you the stage workout now. I go work out that year. Now we ready from now to 2027. You will keep seeing workout until we agree that we're in a mess and make all of us come together, can solve this mess. Now we say concern now. Immortalizing him doesn't change anything. Does he? Immortalizing a man that sued for credible elections on to say me they go name my neck beauty after and for them to they do rigging is even an insult to him. We couldn't even stop. The first thing is to stop the rubbish that is happening, that INEC think that they are conducting elections. May they stop that thing. Putting laws in place. I expected all of you working out now to first tackle the issue of electoral reforms. First, make we get solid electoral base. Not very one of the dribble. We are dealing with the minorities and leave the majorities. We are playing with the frivolities. When they look for how to waste time, they say, immortalize him in what ways? Would that mean that we'll not begin to have credible elections in Nigeria? Mona, get out from my front.